today, our graduating class of 2019. Welcome, everybody. Can we please stand and welcome the academic procession? I ask you to please remain standing and together as a college community sing the national anthem. Please be seated.
Let us begin. In the name of the Father, and the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, how wonderful are the works of your hands gathered here this morning. As we gather as Waverley College here today to celebrate a step forward into new places with new people and new experiences, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. For Waverley College, which has given us a safe place to learn and a strong foundation to build upon as we take this next step into your world and continue to build your church. For the teachers who have so richly loved and cared for each student through the best and the worst. For our families who have cheered us on to the finish line and stood by our side through the many bumps in the road. And on this day especially, we thank you for the friends that we have found among the graduating year of 2019. For all the jokes that we will laugh about in years to come, for the hardships and tears which we have endured together side by side, and your love which has been made evident through the relationships we will carry with us beyond these walls. Just as our graduating motto says, let us continue to rise by lifting others, and may we take Christ's example as a role model as we strive towards human excellence in the years that lay ahead of us. Let us love each other fearlessly and seek your will earnestly all the days of our lives. Blessed Edmund Rice, Saint Mary of the Cross, live Jesus in our hearts. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
The head of college, Mr. Graham Letty, is currently on a study tour to Scotland and Rome with 20 other principals and was disappointed that he could not be here with you today. However, he didn't want to miss the opportunity to thank and acknowledge you. So his graduation message will be played now.
As I farewell the 2019 graduates of Waverley, the young people who will embark on the next adventure independent of the college that has nurtured them through this part of their growth, the Amazon forest is burning. Over 14,000 kilometres from where you sit now, trees crackle, ashes fly with the wind, and the lungs of the earth shrink at an alarming rate. What has a forest fire got to do with us now? How can this really have any bearing on graduation? Everything. 1/5 of the oxygen we breathe is generated by the Amazon rainforest. The forest draws its carbon dioxide and releases the very element oxygen that ensures our survival. The Amazon holds 140 billion tonnes of carbon dioxide, which is the amount equivalent to 14 decades worth of human emissions. We simply can't watch from the seeming relative comfort of our lives the lungs of the planet go up in smoke. We now know that the ecosystem of the Amazon also affects the rain patterns and environments of a number of countries, and that the Amazon River, the forest feeds, affects the ocean and its currents. This is before we consider the species, other than humans, that it sustains. However, putting out these fires can equally threaten lives and livelihoods, as land clearing is essential for grazing and crops. Homeostasis, or the stable equilibrium of the interdependent elements of the planet, require the Amazon to just keep breathing. But at the same time, it needs to be felled to ensure food production. It is a complex problem that critically needs an innovative solution. The balance of interdependent elements reminds me that what sustains us, what holds us up, is that we are not independent of one another, but a community that thrives because we consider and care for each other. With that knowledge, we must use what we now know and understand to be kind to ourselves, to each other, to community, and to the planet. I do not use the word kind lightly. It happens to be a favourite word of mine because it speaks to our interdependent nature. The word kind is often thought to mean friendly, generous, or considerate. We may thank someone for showing kindness, perhaps even those world leaders who have shown generosity to Brazil in offering money and resources to dampen the flames of the Amazon. This kindness, though, is deeper than financial aid. It is an act that reminds me of parts of the origin of the word kind, which is kin. Kin means relative or relation. When we are kind, we show that we recognise through our generosity that we relate and that we are all interconnected and independent because we are all human. Kindness between foreign powers recognises the humanity in others, and it acknowledges that the survival of one enables the survival of all. We are one body, for in one spirit we are baptised, 1 Corinthians. So we may say goodbye tonight and farewell, but you are forever connected and important to us. As our seniors, you have led by example. You have role-modelled excellence in your academic studies and pursuits, being inaugural Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award winners, inaugural AFL, GPS and CAS winners, reached a professional standard with the musical Guys and Dolls, visited and made your mark on foreign shores, assisted with on-campus and off-campus community and social justice initiatives, represented your state and country, supported cohort members who lost loved ones, checked in with each other to ask, "Are you okay?" and have left a cultural legacy by leaving the college in a better place. During the next couple of weeks, and from then on, be kind to yourself and each other. Always remember that we are all human and part of the greater equilibrium of our world. Know that a fire can threaten us, but it can help us to develop a greater understanding of others, and that understanding is what we have been working on all this time, so that we can imagine, innovate, and create a better world for all of us. Thank you and good luck.
In the context of a Year 12 graduation, we now have a unique moment, whereby as a college community, we honour and farewell one of Waverley's most important and certainly influential teachers. Mr. Peter Frost, we celebrate a leader who has served with great distinction for over 50 years and will be embarking on retirement at the end of this year. Mr. Frost began his teaching career here in 1969 and has since then enriched the hearts and minds of generations of Waverley students, both in the classroom and most notably through his tireless and innovative efforts in the Waverley College Cadet Unit. His wealth of experience is an enduring asset to the school and to the lives of many men who recall him as an outstanding figure throughout their formative years of education. As an old boy himself, Mr. Frost exemplifies the attributes of a quality student, one who demonstrates a strength of character, a commitment to the Catholic faith, dedication and service to others. Last year, at a special dinner to celebrate his 50th year of teaching here at the college, Mr. Frost was acknowledged by his peers, the Governor-General, Sir Peter Cosgrove, and Captain Peter Collins, the former opposition leader, along with friends, colleagues, past headmasters and family. And now we celebrate a career, a remarkable teacher and a true Waverian. As a college community, can we put our hands together to thank Mr. Frost and wish him every success in his future endeavours.
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. The accolades somehow don't quite fit. This is the shortest speech I will make at Waverley College. I acknowledge the generosity, vision and educational expertise of the Christian brothers and lay teachers who provided me with a first-class education within the financial reach of ordinary people. I thank the College at Our Lady's Mount for fostering my devotion to Mary, the Mother of God. I thank my own family and all parents for the sacrifice they make to allow their sons to benefit from a Waverley education. I recognise how privileged I was to teach those students who attended my classes over many decades. I reflect with many happy memories on the old boys who continued their friendship long after leaving the college. I thank my fellow staff members who supported me and shared their knowledge, experience, time and good humour. I acknowledge as an administrator over many years the special role that the ancillary staff play in sustaining the college in all facets of its existence. And finally, I express my gratitude to all the cadets and rugby players with whom I spend so much of my time outside the classroom and office. My life has been enriched by all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Frost. Now for his final address as college captain, can we please make welcome Harry Whittaker.
Good afternoon, Deputy Heads of College, the College Executive, teachers, old boys, parents, family and friends, students, and the graduating class of 2019. As the final days of our schooling journey wind up, another fine group of young gentlemen prepare to walk out of the gates of Waverley for one last time. Having endured over 1,200 days, 7,000 hours and 100 Saturday sports together since Year 7, our time has come to an end. As the class of 2019, we've experienced great times together, ranging from CES competitions, academic success, and even wars in the Year 8 locker rooms. We've done it all, the highs and lows. For some of us, the junior school posed as the opening phase, with Mr B's block cricket, fierce rivalries at Day B sport, and Mr Stanton's wise words at the start of each day becoming the welcoming many of us needed. Our tenure as junior burgers went quickly, and the time came to transition into senior school. It felt like only yesterday we stood anxiously awaiting the words of Mr. Maloney in the Kenny Quad, with family and friends by our side, preparing to commence our Waverley College journey. Despite these nerves, the large variety of students joining the college marked the start of a collective quest to cohere into a unique group of young Waverley men. We became familiarised with year group locker rooms, an 8-day timetable, a home group system, individual laptops, and Mr. Murray, whilst being introduced to many new and potential lifelong friends, and this was only the beginning. Year 8 followed. Looking back, this was where we started to blend into the Waverley culture, and I might take the opportunity to thank and apologise to the teachers who had to put up with our bold sense of humour during this year. Whether it was Andy Andrews telling James Hession to go talk to the pigeons, every morning meeting concluding with Moretti, my office now, Miss Schneider getting blown down Bill Street, pack runs, or hearing the collective uproar when Mr. Hunt took a subclass. It was these occurrences that marked the beginning of a group fusing together in unison. Nonetheless, Year 8 was filled with many great memories as relationships solidified. The cadet unit taught us many lessons on the elements of discipline, diligence, and respect, leaving us in good stead for the remainder of our Waverley journey. Year 9 arrived in a flurry. Market Day, the opening of the Cosgrove and Tabs facilities, Year 9 camp, and ballroom dancing with St Clair's seemed to be highlights. Seeing Disco Down thrive and Mr Bailey, not so much. However, Year 9 also brought about many challenges. With new facilities and a move from a year master to house system, all seemed quite daunting. However, with this change came an overwhelming sense of appreciation for what we have here at Waverley. When it comes to change, you can either resist it or adapt to it and learn how it can benefit you. In the case of our year group, we've been pressed with extraordinary change, sometimes seeming like too much. And whilst others may have folded, we've persevered, taken it in our stride, and grown as a result. We've been a cohort of pioneers, and for that I commend each and every one of you. Year 10 came and went. This was remembered as a fun year for most. The pressures of Year 10 formal, camp, and senior subject selections only reinforced the need to embrace each other. With the help of our teachers and the support around us, many boys started to imprint themselves around the school, most notably Mutts Lee. And we eventually reached the promised land that was Year 10 holidays. Year 11 was full on, cramming a year's worth of work into three frantic terms. The 208 from Year 7 was now at 190. With our preliminary studies commencing, teacher-student relationships started to mature and academic standards were raised. This allowed us to prepare for the penultimate HSC and final year of school. Year 12 has brought about some of the most memorable moments of my life, and whilst it has been filled with many laughs, innumerable firsts have arisen. Many boys, through hard work and consistent commitment, have stood up in the race for ducks. The first AFL won the inaugural independent schools competition. Athletes put their heart and soul on the track and in the pool at CES comps. Mark Babot enlightened us all on Bitcoin and his cryptocurrency success, whilst Ty Sigsworth showed us how to balance the HSC with his successful dual enterprise. Year 12 has been an amazing year, allowing for both personal growth and teamwork as a collective. But we couldn't all be here without the right support and help around us along the way. On behalf of the class of 2019, thank you to the teachers for sharing your talent, wisdom, and knowledge with each of us. You've gone beyond the call of duty time and time again to bring out the best in all students. Your efforts to engage on a personal basis with each of us has made our experience unique. And even to a group of teenage boys, it hasn't gone unnoticed. Thank you to our parents and carers for the time spent driving us to Saturday sport, volunteering in the canteen, and preparing endless lunches. It is your time, your money, and your consideration that's made our lives so much better. So on behalf of all the boys graduating, thank you. Personally, I have a multitude of thanking to do for the people who have supported me over the last year. I'd personally like to thank the prefects, and most notably Vice-Captains Josh Gleeson, Thomas Yeager, Oliver Roos and Carter Killigrew. You've been pillars of strength and support over the past year, and you've each taught me so much, so thank you. To my family, Dad, Matt, Mum Jane and Sister Charlotte, thank you for the love and support you've provided me not only this year, but throughout my whole life. I'll forever be indebted for the opportunity you've given me to go to this great school. To the next group of leaders taking over in 2020, the school will be in great hands for the next chapter of leadership. Continue to build on the Waverley spirit and interact with as many boys as possible. To the boys remaining at the college in 2020 and onwards, as you move forth, embrace this college. The opportunities offered at Waverley are unmatched elsewhere. You might tend to ask yourself, why should I get involved, or why should I invest? Looking back, I remember being in the same position as you all in Year 5. I remember listening to college captain at the time, Jack Whitaker, tell us all to make the most of the opportunities you were granted with. This message stuck with me, and since then I've been inspired to get involved and put my best foot forward. And whilst there's been extensive change around us throughout my time, what I've learnt is that Waverley offers more than just an education. From early classes, gym sessions and Saturdays spent at QP, to music and cadets, the opportunities offered at Waverley are unmatched elsewhere. And for many, Waverley offers a home away from home. The college motto, Virtus Soli Nobilitat, embodies this, as it encourages all of us to not strive for materialistic reward in what we do, but find this reward in the friendships made and memories formed. So as I stand here now in the same position as Jack, 7 years on, I encourage you all to invest in Waverley. This college creates a culture that binds each of us together. So as you move ahead, get involved and put your best foot forward. And finally, to the graduating class of 2019. It's been an unbelievable journey throughout our time, an absolute privilege growing up with each and every one of you. As we move forward in our lives, we'll all take various paths. And whilst these will differ, you'll always be able to remember those years spent here at the College of Knowledge. You'll remember the hours spent in the classroom perfecting that perfect assignment. You retell stories of memorable victories against rivaling schools. You recall the efforts of Stuart Swinburne winning countless CS championship swims on his way to the Youth Olympics in Argentina, Mac Jenkins captaining the under-17s Australian cricket team, and Ned Whelan becoming the youngest male to swim the English Channel and nearly burn down the PAC. You reflect on school trips away with mates to New Zealand for cricket or rugby, Europe for football or music, Somerset and immersions all around the world. You'll appreciate the tireless efforts of all those boys chasing the tail of Luke Harris for ducks over 6 long years of academic prowess. You'll reminisce on Paddy Cart's memorable laugh and Carter's grouse speeches, Lockie Manner's different haircuts, and Ryan Smith's average band. But above all, you'll remember the time spent with friends, making memories, sharing laughs. Beyond today, some of us may never cross paths again. Some of us may remain lifelong friends. But whatever path you take, you'll always be able to draw on the friendships and time I had here at Waverley College. So, as we prepare to walk out of the gates of Waverley for one last time, I'd like to wish you all the best in whatever path you take. I know that I am, and forever will be, Waverley till I die. Thank you.
The most important part, boys, it's your turn. It's your turn to be acknowledged by one of the 8 fantastic heads of house that have led you in front of your peers, your parents, and the younger boys here at the college. So can I ask our first head of house, our head of Angel House, Mr. John McCoy, to come to the lectern and present the graduating boys from Angel. Can we please hold our applause to the end of Angel House? Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to present the 2019 Angel House graduates. Aidan Chu. In his time at Waverley, Aidan was involved in football and basketball. Aidan was also involved in cadets as a Lance Corporal. Aidan hopes to pursue a career in interior architecture and says his memorable moment was playing soccer with his mates as well as the Year 12 retreat. Gabriel Cuenca. Gabriel is an Angel House prefect. Gabriel represented the college in football, cricket, fitness group and strength and conditioning. He was involved in the choir and the senior concert band. Gabriel says his memorable moment was the European music tour in 2015 and intends to study media and communications. Dylan Davis. Dylan represented Waverley College in rugby, basketball, swim squad and table tennis. He was also involved in the Stories in the Dark drama production in 2018. Dylan's intended career as a Bondi lifeguard and says his memorable moment was the Marine Studies trip to Lady Elliot Island. Billy Elms. Billy was represented Waverley College in basketball and rugby. In rugby, Billy was a member of the First 15. Billy was also involved in a range of social justice activities. Billy says his memorable moment was his experience at Year 8 camp, and he hopes to one day pursue a career in hospitality. Oliver Ferguson. Oliver represented the college in rugby, basketball and strength and conditioning. In rugby, Oliver was a member of the First 15 and represented CAS in 2018 and 2019. Oliver says his memorable moment was both the 2017 and 2019 rugby tour. Oliver hopes to one day become a pilot to travel the world. Lachlan Forrest. Lachlan represented Waverley College in football, where he represented the A teams from Year 7 to Year 12. In cricket, Lachlan was a member of the First 11 and also represented CAS in 2019. Lachlan was involved in a choir and was a member of the cadet unit, achieving the rank of sergeant. Lachlan hopes to continue his study in nutrition and says his memorable moment was his involvement in the football tour. Matthew Gallagher. Matthew is an Angel House prefect and was a member of the SRC in Year 10 and 11. Matthew represented the college in football and tennis and was heavily involved in the Duke of Edinburgh program. In cadets, Matthew received the most efficient platoon recruit in 2015, and Matthew says his memorable moment was the Timor-Leste immersion in 2018. Eamon Hassey. Eamon represented the college in football, basketball and cycling. Eamon was involved in a range of social justice initiatives throughout his time. Eamon says his memorable moment was the Red Earth immersion as well as the USA STEM tour. Eamon has an intended career in engineering. Dion Hatziandrew. Dion is an Angel House prefect. He represented the college in football, volleyball and basketball, where he played in the first for 2 years. Dion says his memorable moment was the final game of basketball against Cranbrook. The team was down by 20 and entering the fourth quarter. They finished the game with a 6-point lead. James Hessian. James represented Waverley College in rugby, tennis, water polo, table tennis and diving, where he represented Waverley at CAS. He was also involved in the Stories in the Dark drama production and Guys and Dolls crew. James has an intended career as a motorcycle mechanic and says his memorable moment was the Marine Studies trip to Lady Elliot Island. Lathan Hutchinson Walters. During his time at Waverley College, Lathan was involved in rugby. Lathan was a member of the First 15 in 2018 and 19 and represented the combined states team. Lathan's memorable moment was the participation in the Sanex World Youth Rugby Tournament in Japan. Lathan hopes to have a career in professional sport. Hugo Alenchik. In his time at Waverley, Hugo was involved in diving and table tennis. Hugo has also had involvement in social justice. Hugo lists his memorable moment as the Year 10 camp, as well as the graduation here today. Hugo hopes to continue his studies in the area of psychology. Ryan Jones. A member of the SRC in 2018, Ryan hopes to pursue a career in plumbing. Ryan represented the college in basketball and rugby and played in the seconds basketball. Ryan was a member of the tour of the USA in 2017. Ryan says his memorable moment was the Marine Studies trip to Lady Elliot Island. Till Kathrina. Till represented Waverley College in football, basketball, cross country and lawn bowls. Till was a member of the track and field team in Year 10. Till has an intended career in design and business and says his memorable moment was the Year 10 camp at Somerset. Will Kearney. Will represented Waverley College in rugby and basketball. Will was also involved in a number of social justice initiatives over the years. Will has an intended career as a tradesperson. Luke Mazza. Luke is an Angel House prefect and a member of the SRC in Year 11. Luke was involved in cricket, strength and conditioning, as well as football, where he represented the first 11 in 2019. Luke says his memorable moment was the European Football Tour, as well as winning the St Andrews Cup in the first 11 soccer. Marco Moretti. During his time at Waverley, Marco was involved in basketball, water polo, judo, strength and conditioning, and rugby, where he represented the first 15 in 2019. Marco hopes to pursue a career as a plumber and says his memorable moment was making his debut in the first 15, playing alongside his brother Luca. Ridley Owens. Ridley was involved in a range of activity during his time at Waverley College. This included involvement in the rugby and cricket. Ridley was given the honour of playing the first 11 cricket team and was a member of the 2017 Cricket Tour of New Zealand. Ridley says his memorable moment was Year 10 camp. Connor Phibbs. Connor is an Angel House prefect and was a member of the SRC in Year 11. Connor was involved in cricket, lawn bowls, fitness group, rugby, as well as football. Connor says his memorable moment was at Year 10 camp when he at Year 10 camp, a fitness group with Mr. Chen and an interesting debates in Year 12 legal studies. Benjamin Rogers. Benjamin was a member of the SRC in Year 10. Benjamin was involved in football, rugby refereeing, cricket, as well as fitness group. Benjamin was involved in chess, as well as the Waverley College CAS track and field team in 2019. Benjamin says his memorable moment was rescuing a baby cow at Year 10 camp at Somerset. Peter Soukalis. Peter was involved in a range of activities during his time at Waverley College. This included involvement in football, lawn bowls, tennis and cycling. Peter was a member of the Waverley College Cadet Unit in Year 8 and 9, attaining the rank of Lance Corporal. Peter says his memorable moment was his experience at the Year 12 retreat, and he hopes to continue his studies in education at Notre Dame. I would now like to invite forward Mr. James Horrocks to present the Brennan House graduates in 2019.
It gives me great pleasure to present the 2019 Brennan House graduates. Mark Andre. Mark has been involved in football, cricket and strength and conditioning during his time at Waverley College. He was also a member of the crew for the drama production Stories in the Dark. Amongst his most memorable moments, he lists the 2016 football tour, the Marine Studies trip to Lady Elliot Island and playing football with his mates for 5 years. Henry Bartlett. During his time at the college, Henry has been involved in rugby and water polo, representing the college at a seconds level in both sports. His memorable moments include Year 10 camp and going back-to-back with the second 15 rugby side. Henry has an intended career in sports management or health. Nicholas Buckingham. Nicholas has been involved in first AFL and basketball during his time at the college. He has also been involved in social justice activities such as the Holdsworth Ball. He lists his memorable moment as finishing first overall in the CAS competition with his AFL team. Nicholas intends to pursue a career in carpentry. Daniel Cobb. Daniel has been involved in a range of activities including rugby, water polo, lawn bowls, basketball and strength and conditioning. His memorable moment was being coached by Mr. Frost for 2 years in the third 15 and winning CAS premierships in both years. Daniel wishes to pursue a career in construction management. Max Curry. Max has been a Brennan House prefect in 2019. He was involved in rugby, AFL and basketball during his time at the college. Max's memorable moment was his time on the Timor-Leste immersion. He intends to study media and communications while pursuing his passion for music. Samuel Fraser. During his time at the college, Samuel has been involved in rugby, AFL and basketball. He intends to pursue a career in sports management or global studies and lists his memorable moment as representing the college at a varsity level on the USA basketball tour. Luke Fuller. Luke has been involved in rugby, basketball, lawn bowls, and the first 11 football. He has been involved in a range of social activities, such as the Urban Walk. Luke's memorable moment is watching his brother win the CAS Rugby Premiership in 2016. Michael Gatto. Michael was involved himself in rugby and judo while he has been at the Waverley College. He has been a member of cadets, attaining the rank of CUO and platoon commander. Michael intends to pursue a career as a medic in the military. He lists his memorable moments as cadet camp and his Year 12 rugby season. Kyle Goulding. During his time at Waverley College, Kyle has been involved in football, first AFL and first basketball. Kyle intends to study sport and exercise science and lists his memorable moments as beating Cranbrook at Cranbrook with the first basketball side in a Friday night game and the USA basketball tour. Charlie Howe. Charlie has been involved in track and field, seconds rugby and seconds cricket, of which he was captain during his time at Waverley College. Charlie has two memorable moments: walking out onto Death Valley for the final time against Cranbrook, and his first day of Year 7, arriving at school with his mum and realising it was the day before school started. He intends to study sport and exercise science at university. Mac Jenkins. Mac has been involved in the SRC, rugby, tennis, debating, football and cricket during his time at Waverley. In cricket, Mac has represented the college at CAS, CIS, New South Wales and an Australian level, of which he was captain of the Australian under-17s team. Mac intends to pursue a career as a professional cricketer, along with aiming to study law at university. His memorable moment was the Rockhampton Cricket Tour. Alexander Kapos. Alexander has been a Brennan House prefect in 2019. He has been involved in the SRC, track and field, football, rugby, cricket and basketball during his time at the college. Alexander has also been involved in music as part of the concert and jazz bands. He intends to study communications and lists his memorable moment as sitting around the campfire on Year 10 camp, having a laugh with his mates. Sean Kearns. Throughout his time at the college, Sean has been involved in track and field, cycling, strength and conditioning, and seconds football, of which he was captain. Sean's memorable moments include being part of the athletics squad, football, and the European football tour. He has an intended career as an electrician. Heath Lawther. Heath has been involved in rugby and basketball, including being a member of the first basketball squad. His most memorable moment is defeating Cranbrook at Cranbrook in basketball. He intends to study project management after school. Darcy Mullins. Darcy has been a Brennan House prefect in 2019. During his time at Waverley College, he has been involved in rugby, debating, seconds cricket, seconds basketball and first AFL. Darcy lists his memorable moments as eliminating 4 players to win the final of the Year 7 dodgeball competition and falling down a cliff face trying to take a shortcut on Year 10 camp. Jesse Muscat. Jesse has been involved in rugby, basketball and lawn bowls, including being captain of lawn bowls during his time at Waverley College. Jesse says his most memorable moments have been Year 10 camp and being named captain of summer lawn bowls. He hopes to study a Bachelor of Business after school. Oliver Pether. Throughout his time at Waverley College, Oliver has been involved in football, rugby, tennis and media group, of which he was captain. He was also a member of the crew for the drama production of Guys and Dolls. Oliver has an intended career as a travel photographer and filmmaker and lists his memorable moment as being videographer for the college drama production. Jack Sonigo. Jack has been a part of rugby, football, cricket and fitness group throughout his time at Waverley College, including involvement in a range of social justice activities. Jack has an intended career in criminology. He lists his memorable moment as being captain of the third 11 and scoring a hat-trick. Thomas Tyson. Tommy has been a Brennan House prefect in 2019. During his time at Waverley College, he has been involved in the SRC, track and field, rugby, first water polo and first AFL. In AFL, Tommy has represented the college at CAS and New South Wales level, as well as being a member of the Sydney Swans reserve squad. His memorable moments include finally beating Riverview to win Waverley's first ever independent premiership and playing football with the Timorese kids in Timor-Leste. Tommy intends to study a degree in sport and exercise management. Max Wheel. Throughout his time at Waverley College, Max has been involved in rugby, basketball and lawn bowls. His memorable moments include the Year 9 Cadet Trek, Year 10 Camp and being undefeated in Force Rugby for 2 years straight. Max intends to take a gap year and then pursue a career in business. I would now like to welcome Head of Conlon House, Ms Cathy O'Sullivan, to the stage to present her 2019 graduates.
It gives me great pleasure to present the Conlon House graduates. Andrew Badger. Andrew has represented the college in rugby, tennis and swimming. He was a member of the CAS swim team in 2018 and 2019. This year in drama, both Andrew's group performance, Happy Happy Furniture Show, and individual performance of Richard III received a top HSC performance band. One of Andrew's most memorable moments was playing one of the lead roles in the college production of Guys and Dolls. Andrew hopes to pursue a career in acting. He is hoping to study his professor in NIDA. Jackson Barono. Jackson has represented the college in football and basketball. Jackson's most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp, and he intends to study a Bachelor of Forensic Science and pursue a career in this field. Jasper Cately. Jasper intends to attend university to complete both a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Education degree. He has represented the college in football and cycling. One of his most memorable moments was diving for cover when Eamon Hassey threw an entire dead tree on the campfire at Camp Somerset. Andre Christian Collette. Andre started at the college in Year 9. He has represented the college in water polo and AFL, playing in the first AFL team since Year 10. Andre is undecided as to what his intended career will be, preferring to see where life takes him. Connor Davies. Connor intends to have a career in either law or as a high school teacher. He has represented the college in rugby and water polo. Connor's most memorable moment was attending the Year 12 retreat. Angelo Di Bartolo. Angelo has represented the college in rugby and basketball, playing in the first basketball team for the last 2 years. Angelo was also captain of basketball in 2019. Angelo intends to study a Bachelor of Science degree, majoring in mathematics and statistics. He hopes to have a career as a sports statistician. Angelo's most memorable moment was the 19-point comeback against Cranbrook at Friday night basketball. Sam Evstignev. Sam has represented the college in water polo, football and basketball. Sam intends to study journalism at university, and his most memorable moments were the Year 10 camp and Year 12 retreat. Cooper Flynn. Cooper was a member of the SRC in Years 9 and 10. He has represented the college in rugby, rugby refereeing and judo. Cooper has been a member of Waverley College Cadets since Year 8, reaching the rank of CUO. He has received a number of awards. These include Most Efficient Platoon Recruit Award in Year 8, Major FS Farrell Trophy and General Cosgrove Shield in Year 9, and Commanding Officer's Efficiency Award in Year 10. Cooper intends to go to university and continue his work in the Ordnance Corps of the Australian Army Reserve. Cooper's most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp. Max Johnson. This year, Max was a Conlon House prefect and also captain of rugby. Max has represented the college in rugby, basketball and strength and conditioning. Max's most memorable moments include this year's Japan rugby tour and athletic season, and making lifelong mates. Next year, Max is going going to take a gap year and travel to Europe. He is unsure of what career path he will follow. Daniel Lambert. Daniel has represented the college in rugby, rugby refereeing and swimming. Daniel was a member of the track and field squad in years 8, 9, 10 and 11. Daniel has as an intended career as an electrician, and his most memorable moments were competing at CAS swimming and athletics carnivals. Hugh Marshall. Hugh was the Conlon House prefect. He has represented the college in football, AFL, volleyball, tennis and the choir. Hugh has been a member of cadets since year 8, reaching the rank of CUO. In cadets, Hugh received the Commanding Officer's Efficiency Award in year 10 and the Most Efficient Platoon Lieutenant Captain Award in year 9. Hugh's most memorable moment was attempting to reverse an 8-tonne truck at the 2018 field exercise camp. Next year, he is intending on taking a gap year. Mackenzie Martin. Mackenzie has represented the college in rugby, diving, basketball and judo. Mackenzie has been a member of the college track and field team since year 7, and he was a member of the CAS diving teams in year 7, 8 and 9. Mackenzie has been a member of the Waverley College Cadets since year 8, reaching the rank of CUO. Next year, Mackenzie intends to take a gap year to travel and work before attending university in 2021. Mackenzie's most memorable moment was the Red Earth immersion to Central Australia. Luke Mendez. Luke has represented the college in football, basketball and judo. He would like to study a Bachelor of Communications and a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies. Luke's memorable moments include playing football on the old concrete tennis courts at lunchtime and scoring a free kick in his last game of football against Cranbrook, but then missing a penalty moments later to only end up with a draw. Vasilios Paradis. Vasilios has represented the college in tennis and football. He intends to study for a degree in construction project management. Vasilios' most memorable moments include all the camps and making lifelong friends. Ryan Smith. This year, Ryan was a Conlon House prefect and also captain of cricket. Ryan was also a member of the SRC during year 11. He has represented the college in rugby, track and field and cricket. Ryan intends to pursue a career either as a sports journalist or as a plumber. His most memorable moment was the New Zealand cricket tour in 2017. I would now like to invite Mr. Scott Coleman to present the Greenhouse graduates.
It gives me great pleasure to present the 2019 Greenhouse graduates. Alex Baez. Alex was a prefect for Greenhouse involved in football, basketball and weights and fitness. He represented Waverley at first level in football. Alex represented the college at the White Ribbon Day event in 2019, speaking to a crowd of over 5,000 people. His most memorable moment was training with Atletico Madrid during the 2016 European Football Tour. Noah Burgess. Noah was involved in AFL and water polo, representing the college in the undefeated first 18 AFL team in 2019. Noah's most memorable moment was winning the CES Premiership in AFL this year. Aidan Caltagirone Pantano. Aidan was involved in rugby, weights and fitness and water polo. He has an intended career in physiotherapy, and his most memorable moment came from being at Barker in the second 15 rugby team this year to win the CES Premiership along with the third 15 Premiership. Marco Coleman. Marco was the 2019 captain in diving and was also competed at the swimming carnival as well as CES swimming. He was also involved in football. His intended career in carpentry and his most memorable moment was when the scuba diving pizza delivery man came to visit his science class in year 7. Rory Doyle. Rory was involved in football, cricket and golf. Representing the college at first 11 level in cricket, he has intended career in golf where he is endeavouring to complete his traineeship at the Australian Golf Club. His most memorable moment was the 2017 New Zealand Cricket Tour. Jamie Ellis. Jamie has an intended career in information technology or cyber security. His most memorable moment was when he achieved an Innovation Award when his team came second for a Mars rover programming competition in Newcastle last year. Rocco Evans. Rocco was a greenhouse prefect for 2019 and he was also involved in tennis, football and extensive social justice events. He intends on studying a Bachelor of Aerospace Engineering, majoring in flight mechanics and has an intended career in the airline or space industry. His most memorable moment was playing Saturday sport with his mates. Adam Femia. Adam was involved in cadets, rugby, basketball and tennis. He intends to study a Bachelor of Arts, Business and Advertising at Notre Dame, and his most memorable moment was the 2017 basketball tour and music lessons with Mr. Blinkensop. Mitchell Fitzgerald. Mitchell was involved in football and cross country. He intends to study a Bachelor of Science and his most memorable moment was sitting around the campfires at Year 10 camp in 2017. Lachlan Gray. Lachlan's intending to have a gap year in 2020, then pursue a career in psychology. His most memorable moment came on the 2017 basketball tour when he was hanging with his friends, as well as sitting around the campfire for Year 8 cadet camp. Xavier Kelly. Xavier's favourite memory is something pretty exciting. It was when he managed to ollie the PAC staircase with his friends. He was also involved with lawn bowls and tennis and has an intended career in fashion. Theo Leon. Theo was involved in rugby, basketball, track and field and judo, representing the college at CES Track and Field in 2019. His favourite memory was the Year 10 camp and he intends to study web design next year. James Luland. James was involved in cadets, rugby, track and field and basketball. His most memorable moment were the maths classes he had with Mr. Mosner, and as a result of that, he plans to study a Bachelor of Finance or Business. Luke Marshall. Luke was a greenhouse prefect in 2019 and co-captain of the 2019 athletics team. He has an intended career in criminology. Luke was active in cadets, representing the college at track and field throughout his time, as well as cadets, basketball and football. His most memorable moment were the memories he developed while he was away at the Timor-Leste immersion. Kaylin Porter. Kaylin was involved in cadets, rugby, football, strength and conditioning, track and field and cricket. He has an intended career in carpentry and his most memorable moments, there's a couple of them, were sitting around the campfire at cadet camps and playing his last game of rugby at Queen's Park and taking out undefeated premierships. Gleb Samokin. Gleb has an intended career in medicine and is involved with the Matt Talbot Kiosk for Social Justice. He was involved in public speaking and football while at the school. Ty Sigsworth. Ty was involved in rugby and table tennis. He intends to study a Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Creative Innovation. His most memorable moment was winning the 4-15 Rugby Premiership in 2018 and 2019. Dylan Smith. Dylan was involved heavily in tennis and football, and he has an interesting career pursuit. He intends to follow radio next year at Nova 969. His most memorable moment was the Year 8 camp. I would now like to welcome Head of Lacey House, Damien Thompson, to the stage to present his 2019 graduates.
Gives me great pride to announce the graduates from Lacey House. Lucas Anteloff. Throughout his time at Waverley, Throughout his time at Waverley, Lucas played football, cricket and basketball, and Lucas's most memorable moment was representing Waverley in the very first AFL team. Matt Anteloff. During his time at the college, Matt was heavily involved in cross-country, media, track and field from Year 7 right through to Year 12. Matt's most memorable moment was the 2017 Red Earth Central Australian Immersion. Robbie Beale. Throughout his time at Waverley, Robbie has been involved in swimming, representing the college in CAS and CIS swimming. Throughout his time here, he's also been an active lifesaver, giving up countless hours for the community. Robbie's most memorable moment was the 2019 CAS swimming and the Year 10 camp. Reece Cohen. Throughout his time at Waverley, Reece was involved in rugby and swimming, representing the college in CAS swimming. Throughout his time, he has also been an active lifesaver. Reece's most memorable moment was participating in the 2019 CAS Swimming Carnival. Finn Civica. During his time at the college, Finn was involved in a variety of co-curricular activities, including football and tennis. Finn also participated in the Waves Cafe on a Saturday morning. Finn's most memorable moment was going to Lady Elliot Island for the Marine Studies and the Year 10 camp. Fletcher Duff. Throughout his time at Waverley, Fletcher was involved in cross-country, swimming, judo, cricket and track and field. He's been heavily involved in cadets from Year 8 and achieved the ranks of CUO and SUO1. Fletcher has been awarded the Major General J.A. Chapman Award in 2019 and the Sergeant Bede Kenny VC Memorial Award in 2018. Fletcher's most memorable moment was qualifying for and attending the National Adventure Training Awards. Nikhil Dulat. Nikhil was a Lacey House prefect, and during his time at Waverley, he was involved in cadets from years 8 to 12, attaining the rank of platoon commander. He played football, cricket, cross-country and track and field. Involved in the senior concert band, the senior jazz band, was a member of the European touring party. His most memorable moment was the European music tour. Liam Faulkner-Hogg. A Lacey House prefect, he was involved in football and water polo, where he played in the first from Year 8. Liam attained the rank of CUO in cadets, where he was an active member from Year 8 to Year 12. His most memorable moment was winning the CAS first water polo premiership in 2017. Alex Ferrara. Throughout his time at Waverley, Alex played football and cricket. He played in the first from Year 9, captaining the first in Year 12. Alex played CAS cricket in Year 10 and Year 11. His most memorable moment was the 2017 European Football Tour and the 2018 Cricket Tour of New Zealand. Andreas Fragius. Andreas participated in a range of co-curricular activities, including football and cricket, playing in the second 11 in Year 12. His most memorable moment was going on the New Zealand Cricket Tour in 2017 and taking 5 international wickets. Michael Gerolimus. During his time at the college, Michael was involved in a variety of co-curricular activities, which included basketball and rugby. His most memorable moment was when the third 15 won the CAS Premiership. Charlie Longmire. Throughout his time at Waverley, Charlie was involved in the media group and AFL, where he played in the Premiership winning team in 2019. His most memorable moment was a Year 10 camp with his mates. Serge Martinengo. During his time at the college, Serge was involved in football, basketball and judo. His most memorable moment was terrifying the HSC music markers with his rap performance. Stephen Morrissey, a Lacey House prefect. He spent his time at Waverley involved in rugby, basketball and AFL, where he played in the Premiership winning team in 2019. Stephen's most memorable moments were beating Cranbrook on the Friday night, having the whole crowd run onto the court to celebrate, completing the 14k canoe trip on the Year 10 camp, and beating Riverview in AFL for Waverley's first ever premiership in that sport. Nathan Papageorgius. Nathan pursued rugby, basketball, volleyball and table tennis during his time at Waverley. His most memorable moments were skiing in Canada during the basketball tour, the Year 10 camp, and studying maths with Miss Gurgis. Spencer Purdia. During his time at the college, Spencer was involved in lawn bowls, rugby and basketball. His most memorable moment was starting his Year 7 sports season by being undefeated in basketball. Ewan Robertson. Throughout his time at Waverley College, Ewan was involved in football and basketball. Most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp with his mates and playing in the Fighting Thirds football team. Xavier Slezak. Xavier's involvement at Waverley College included rugby, basketball and AFL, where he played in the premiership winning team in 2019. Along with winning the premiership, Xavier will best be remembered for his willingness to help others cope with life's most challenging moments. He also mentioned something about Heath fainting on the steps, but details of that remain sketchy. I invite Olivia Kite, the head of Quinn House, to the stage to present her Year 12s to the college. Oh, sorry, it's Matt Barr.
It gives me great pleasure to present the 2019 O'Connor House graduates. Asaya Aholele. Asaya was involved in rugby first 15 and CAS athletics. Asaya has an intended career as a professional rugby player or in the military. His highlight was the opportunity to attend this great school, making lifelong friends, and his memorable moment was the Japan rugby tour. Marko Dundovic. Marko was an SRC representative in Year 11 and involved in first tennis the last 2 years and was captain of tennis this year. Marko wishes to study a Bachelor of International Business at UTS, and his memorable moment and highlight was the Year 10 camp. Noah Glazel. Noah was an O'Connor House prefect in 2019 and a member of the SRC in Year 11. He was involved in football and first water polo. Noah hopes to complete a Bachelor of Commerce or Psychology at Macquarie University. His memorable moment and highlight was playing Saturday sport with his friends and going undefeated in the 15A's water polo. Nikita Hatchinikitis. He was an O'Connor House prefect in 2019. Nikita was involved in second 11 football, cricket and strength and conditioning. Nikita intends on studying a Bachelor of Sport Exercise Science at UTS. His memorable moment and highlight was being part of the winning St Andrews Cup football team with a great group of mates that he started with in Year 7. Tyler Holding. Tyler was involved in first AFL and CAS diving. Tyler intends on studying international relations at UTS. His memorable moment was his first day at Waverley in Year 11, and his highlight was the first AFL premiership this year. Jordan Hume. Jordan was involved in football and cricket. Jordan has an intended career as an electrician, and his memorable moment and highlight was the Year 10 camp with his close mates. Patrick Kite. Patrick was an SRC representative in Year 11 and a House prefect this year. Patrick was involved in basketball, CAS athletics, strength and conditioning and first 15 rugby. Patrick would like to study construction management or landscape architecture at university. His memorable moment was winning the second 15 CAS premiership in 2018 besides his mates, and his highlight was this year's Japan rugby tour. Roman Kaczewski. Roman was an SRC representative in Year 11 and involved in football, basketball and strength and conditioning. He intends to audition for the National Institute of Dramatic Arts to pursue a career as an actor or director. Roman's highlight was playing a lead role in this year's musical and memorable moment playing football with his mates. Finn McCloskey. Finn was involved in football, cricket and fitness group. Finn intends to study a Bachelor of Media Art at university to pursue a career as an animator. His most memorable moment and highlight, and one I certainly won't forget, was breaking his leg on the trampoline on Year 12 retreat. Noah Pearce. Noah was involved in rugby, cricket basketball and first table tennis. Noah intends to study psychology at university. His memorable moment was the 50 not out in Year 8 cricket, and highlight was the 2017 USA Basketball Tour. Hamza Sadi. Hamza was involved in rugby, cricket and basketball. Hamza would like to attend UTS to study a Bachelor of Construction Project Management. His memorable moment was the Year 10 camp, and highlight was winning an iPad at an assembly for getting 3 gold awards, which he was not aware of. When Mrs. Watson called his name out, he was asleep and had no shoes on. Andrew Tonellis. Andrew was involved in basketball, football and was captain of chess this year. He was a cadet from Year 8 and obtained the rank of CUO of band and drum major. Andrew was heavily involved in music. Since Year 8, he was in the senior concert band, senior jazz band and cadet band. Andrew attended the 2015 European Music Tour and the Red Earth Immersion in 2017. Andrew intends to study a Bachelor of Advanced Science or Bachelor of Engineering at the University of New South Wales. His memorable moment is being in Mr Hillman's class for 4 years. I would now like to invite Miss Olivia Kite to present the Quinn House graduates.
I am honoured to present the Quinn House graduates for 2019. Stuart Ashcroft. Throughout his time at Waverley College, Stuart was involved in AFL, football, cricket and basketball. Stuart's most memorable moment is attending the Lady Elliot Island excursion for marine studies, and his intended career is as a carpenter or an electrician. Gian Bonanni. Gian was a Quinn House prefect and spent his time at Waverley College involved in debating, rugby, football and first water polo. Gian hopes to study a Bachelor of Commerce and a Bachelor of Law at the University of New South Wales and pursue a career in either finance or law. His most memorable moment at Waverley was his time spent on Year 10 camp. Nicholas Bosner. Nicholas intends to study a Bachelor of Commerce or Business after graduating. During his time at the college, he was involved in a variety of co-curricular activities, including rugby, tennis and basketball. In his final years, he played both thirds and seconds basketball. Nicholas's most memorable moment was the 2017 USA and Canada Basketball Tour. Mark Brabot. Mark has been involved in a number of co-curricular activities at Waverley, including rugby, football, track and field and first water polo. Mark's love for music is also evident, having been involved in the school's choir, senior concert band, senior jazz band, brass ensemble and the cadet band. Mark has been a member of the cadet unit since Year 8 and has achieved the rank of CUO. Mark intends on pursuing a career as an investor, and his most memorable moments involve conversations with Mr McCallum and Miss Purnell about economics. Harrison Christian Clark. Harrison has been involved in a number of co-curricular activities during his time at Waverley College, including football, cricket, basketball, lawn bowls and judo. He hopes to study a Bachelor of Science in 2020. His most memorable moments include breaking his leg in Year 7, time spent on Year 10 camp and Mr Chen's Year 12 biology class. Anthony Diattore. Anthony's been involved in both rugby and first water polo during his time at school. In his final years of winter sport, he played in the third 15 and second 15 rugby teams. He intends on studying a business or property degree at UTS. One of his most memorable moments was being involved in the 3-peat season wins for the second 15 and third 15 rugby teams. Anthony also notes his time in Timor-Leste as another memorable moment from his time at Waverley. William Fagan. Will has spent his time at the college involved in first rugby, track and field and strength and conditioning. Will intends to take a gap year after Year 12 and then move into a trade. His most memorable moments from school are playing rugby at Queen's Park with his friends and seeing the boys each day at school. Samuel Hall. Sam's most memorable moments from his time at school are Year 10 camp, Year 12 retreat and the Walgett immersion. Sam has been involved in debating and public speaking since Year 8. In Year 12, he captained the first debating team and represented the school at CAS debating. He was also a part of the cadet unit in Years 8 and 9 and 10 and achieved the rank of corporal. Sam's intended career is to study hospitality and hotel management so he can manage 5-star hotels. However, he intends on taking a gap year first. Joshua Hamilton. Joshua has been involved in a range of activities at his time at Waverley. He's been involved in seconds tennis, football and cross country. He's also been involved in cadets since year 8 and has achieved the rank of corporal. Joshua intends on studying a Bachelor of Arts, majoring in philosophy at the University of Wollongong. His most memorable moment from school is sitting around the campfire, laughing, sharing stories and making new friends on the Red Earth immersion. Chase Hardacre. Chase has been involved in both rugby and cross country while at the college. His most memorable moment is running onto Queen's Park with his mates each Saturday, and his intended career is as a lifeguard. Tyson Markham. Tyson has spent his time at Waverley College involved in rugby, cricket, water polo, table tennis and strength and conditioning. His intended career is as a plumber, and his most memorable moment is the trip to Lady Elliot Island for marine studies. Patrick Roberts. Patrick's most memorable moment is the 2017 New Zealand Rugby Tour. He's been involved in all things including rugby, basketball and strength and conditioning. He hopes to pursue a career as a mechanic in 2020. Charles Roger. Charlie has been involved in a number of co-curricular activities, including basketball, swimming, tennis, diving, rugby, volleyball, and AFL. His most memorable moment is creating and building his final work in construction. Jamie Rutkowski. Jamie has been involved in both rugby and basketball at his time at Waverley. He was a member of the cadet unit in years 8, 9 and 10 and achieved the rank of corporal. He hopes to pursue a career as a psychologist, and his most memorable moments include Mr. Chen's biology class, Year 10 camp, and wellbeing time. Dion Sinodinos. Dion has been a member of the cadet unit since Year 8 and achieved the rank of sergeant. He has spent the winter and summer seasons playing tennis and was a Queen House prefect. Dion's most memorable moment is Year 10 camp. He says it was the greatest camp he's been on because of the lifelong friendships he's made. Dion also notes that cadets has been a huge part of his life, and the friends he's made through cadets will stay with him forever. Dion intends on going to university to study film, story writing or game design. Henry Stanfield. Henry was a Queen House prefect and involved himself in first AFL and swimming in his time at school. He was also a member of the cadet unit from Year 8 through to Year 12 and achieved the rank of CUO. He was also awarded the Commanding Officer's Efficiency Award in 2016. He intends to pursue a career as a combat engineer in the Australian Army. His most memorable moment is the immersion to Timor-Leste, as well as defeating Riverview at Riverview to win the AFL, CAS and GPS Premiership in 2019. Stuart Swinburne. Stuart's favourite memory from his time at the college is the time spent away on Year 9 camp and winning his first CAS championship race in Year 9. His co-curricular involvement includes rugby and cricket in Year 7 and 8 and becoming a valued member of the school's swimming squad from Year 8 through to Year 12. In his time at the college, Stuart has had a successful swimming career, including being selected in 3 national swim teams and winning a number of medals at school nationals and Swimming Australia age championships. Stuart hopes to pursue a career in sports science and work in sport biomechanics. Raphael Tabash. Raphael has been heavily involved in football, cricket and basketball during his time at school. He volunteered his time to cook for the disabled, clean up Australia and help out at the Matthew Talbot kiosk. He hopes to attend university after graduation, and his most memorable moment is Year 12 retreat. Timothy Waring. Tim was a Queen House prefect and was involved in a range of activities including First Foot AFL, basketball and cadets. Tim was a member of the cadet unit from Year 8 through to Year 12 and achieved the rank of CUO. He received the Most Efficient Platoon Recruit Award in 2015, the Most Efficient Platoon Lance Corporal Award in 2016, the Commanding Officer's Efficiency Award in 2018, and the Major F.D. Mazzarini Shield in 2019 for the most efficient platoon in the unit. Tim intends on undertaking a career in the Royal Australian Navy as an officer and to study mechanical engineering at ADFA. One of his most memorable moments is the USA and Canada basketball tour in 2017. His other moment is winning the CAS military skills competition in 2018 as he was able to share the victory with his friends. Ned Wheeland. Ned was involved in rugby, table tennis, water polo and swimming throughout his time at school. He was also a member of the cadet unit in Years 8 and 9 and achieved the rank of Lance Corporal. Ned intends to attend university and become a primary school teacher. His most memorable moment from school was winning the Year 7 Innovation Award for Wood Technology. I'd now like to invite Mr. John McCallum to present the Tevlin House graduates.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the following Tevlin graduates. Luca Bedingfield. Luca played rugby and basketball for the college, while also experiencing the King's Cross Urban Walk last year. Luca intends on pursuing a career in cybersecurity at TAFE and had memorable moments at both the Year 8 and 10 camps. Pedram Biazza. Pedram was a Tevlin House prefect and played football up to the thirds and strength and conditioning. Pedram's HSC drama group performance has been nominated for the prestigious onstage category, and he intends on studying exercise physiology and psychology at UNSW. His memorable moments include the Year 10 camp and the many lifelong friendships formed over these years. Jordan Blazewski. Jordan's been involved in both debating and public speaking and intends on studying mathematics at university, and he could see himself going into a career in teaching. Jordan's memorable moment was the Year 10 camp. Benjamin Daly. Ben played basketball, strength and conditioning, and rugby, including for our first 15 this year. Highlights include this year's Japanese rugby tour and winning an undefeated second 15 CAS premiership last year. Ben intends on studying project management after a gap year. Jake Daly. Jake enjoyed his years playing basketball and rugby for the college and has plans to travel in a gap year before beginning university. Jake's memorable moment was Year 10 camp and these last few weeks at school. Oliver Hackers. Oliver was busy each summer playing tennis and also being active in the swim squad and in the community with Surf Lifesaving at Bondi. He plans on studying exercise and sports science at Sydney University and says Year 10 camp was pretty good as a highlight, but having 3 years playing in the first for AFL and defeating Riverview to win the undefeated premiership was even better. Jamie Jackson. Jamie participated in the fitness group and judo and was active in 5 years of cadet service, attaining the rank this year of CUO as platoon commander. His memorable moments include the cadet and Year 10 camps and plans on studying a Bachelor of Arts at Macquarie University. Alastair Jensen. Alastair loved representing Waverley in tennis, track and field and rugby, with a highlight being a great New Zealand rugby tour in 2017. He also participated in strength and conditioning, the senior concert band and 2 years in the cadet unit. Alastair plans on a career in carpentry. Harry Joel. Harry played cricket, lawn bowls and rugby, while spending 2 years in the cadet unit, attaining the rank of Lance Corporal. His memorable moments include Year 10 camp, the Mighty Force rugby games, and Harry looks forward to a career in the construction industry. Nicholas Lane. Nicholas was a member of the media group in winter and cycling in summer and was captain of cycling this year. In music, he was a part of the senior choir, concert and cadet bands, as well as a high school musical band. Nick had a 5-year involvement in cadets with the role of CUO and SUO of operations and intends on a career in construction management or quantity surveying. Levi Milford. Levi was a Tevlin House prefect and intends on a future in a trade and hopefully involved in sports. Levi played 2 seasons of rugby for the first, the CAS rugby side, as well as CIS Rugby League in 2018 and the New South Wales Rugby Sevens. His highlight include the Japanese rugby tour this year and playing his final game for his school at Bankwest Stadium before the Wallabies. Logan Ryan. Logan enjoyed participating in cricket, strength and conditioning and playing rugby for the college. He was a member of the Timor-Leste immersion in 2018 and attained the rank of CUO in specialty area of training cadre. Logan's highlight was winning the CAS military skills competition and intends on studying a diploma in digital and interactive games. Carl Teresi. Carl was an SRC member in years 7 to 9 and was an enthusiastic Tevlin House chant leader this year. He also had experiences as a member of the cadet band and in the high school musical crew. Carl played rugby and basketball, including the 2017 basketball tour, with highlights being travelling through the US and skiing in Canada. Carl's other memorable moments include every amazing try he ever scored and crop dusting the Tas department every time he had wood tech. George Vuros. George was heavily involved in the track and field and cross-country teams, captaining cross-country this year and representing the school in CIS cross-country. His memorable moment was Year 10 camp and intends on studying medical science and possibly becoming a doctor. Moby Westwood. Moby participated in basketball, lawn bowls and rugby and attained the rank of corporal in his 3 years in the cadet unit. His memorable moment was the cadet camps and intends on studying a creative course after a gap year travelling. Harvey Williams. Harvey played basketball each summer and rugby each winter and cites his memorable moment as the experience of the Red Earth immersion in 2016. Harvey intends on studying a Bachelor of Psychology at uni. Jack Zanen. Jack played cricket and basketball over the summers, then rugby each winter, as well as 2 years in the cadet unit. Jack is looking forward to a possible career as an archaeologist and is open to studying for this in the US. I can now invite Mrs. Elizabeth Watson, Deputy Head of Teaching and Learning, to announce our major award recipients.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with great pleasure that I announce the award winners for the graduating class of 2019. Can I ask that you hold your applause to the end? The recipient of the Brian Sheedy Prize for Ancient History is Ash Buckland. Ash is a member of Conlon House and was in the SRC in Year 11. Ash has represented the college in basketball, playing in the first team this year and in AFL since Year 7. Ash has played in the AFL first team since 2016. Ash played CAS represented basketball in 2019 and was a CAS representative in AFL in 2018 and 2019. He played in the combined independent schools team in 2016. Ash has two memorable moments. The first was a Friday night basketball playing in front of the whole year group where the team came back from 20 points down to beat Cranbrook. His second memorable moment was this year beating Riverview in AFL on their home ground to win the Independent Schools AFL Cup. Ash would like to go to university to study law with politics and international relations. The award for business studies goes to Thomas Deacon Bell. Thomas is a member of Greenhouse and was involved in basketball and volleyball. He represented the school in First 5 basketball in 2019. He intends to study a Bachelor of Business and his most memorable moment was the 2017 basketball tour. The award for Catholic Studies goes to Saxon Cook. Saxon is a member of Quinn House. He has been involved in rugby, basketball and track and field. Saxon's most memorable moment at Waverley is participating in the 2019 STEM tour to the United States and also attending Year 12 retreat. Saxon intends on studying a Bachelor of Science at Macquarie University. The award for construction goes to Max D'Agostino. Max is a member of Conlon House. He has represented the college in basketball, lawn bowls, track and field, AFL and rugby. Max is a talented sportsman playing in the first AFL teams in Year 10 and 11 and playing in the first 15 rugby team in Year 12. Max attended the rugby tour to Japan this year and in 2018 was selected in the New South Wales AFL team and in 2019 selected in the New South Wales under-18 rugby team. Max would like to pursue a career in plumbing. His most memorable moments were the Japan rugby tour and Mr. B's block cricket in the junior school. The award for design and technology goes to Oscar Davis. Oscar is a member of Greenhouse and he has been involved in cadets, media group and cross country. Oscar intends to study a Bachelor of Fine Arts and his most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp. The recipient of the Brother R.J. Wallace Prize for Drama is Ethan Vella. Ethan is a Tevlin House prefect and played chess and basketball. Ethan's memorable moments were playing the lead role in the Stories of the Dark production last year and having both his individual and group HSC drama performances nominated for Onstage. Ethan intends on continuing acting and doing a Bachelor of Media. The award for English Studies goes to Finn Warren. Finn is a member of Conlon House. He has represented the college in rugby, tennis and lawn bowls. Next year, Finn would like to attend the Academy of Film, Theatre and Television. He hopes to be able to fulfil his dream of working in the film industry and one day writing and directing his own film. His most memorable moments include making lifelong friends after having a hard start being the new kid in Year 9 and also travelling to Lady Elliot Island for marine studies. The recipient of the Catherine Smithhurst Prize for Standard English is Eddie Krantz. Eddie is a member of Greenhouse and was involved in debating, basketball and public speaking. His most memorable moment was Cool Maths Games and he intends to be a software engineer. The award for Engineering Studies goes to James Ritchie. James is a member of Quinn House. James participated in a range of co-curricular activities over his time at Waverley College, including football and tennis. James won first place in the Da Vinci Decathlon in Year 6 and was a Premier's Reading Challenge Outstanding Reader for Years 7, 9 and 10. James was selected as a participant for the Cochlear Autumn School of Engineering in Year 11. His intended career is chemical engineering and his most memorable moment is when Liam's Le Snacks were stolen on Year 10 camp. The award for entertainment goes to William Woodward. William is a member of Tevlin House and has been a member of Waverley's CAS swimming team since Year 7. Swimming at the New South Wales and Australian schools titles in 2016 and 17. William was strongly involved in lighting and stage management as part of the crew for the production of Stories in the Dark and for Guys and Dolls. He intends on following his career in film production after studying a diploma in screen and media. His memorable moment remains all the friends he made throughout school. The recipient of the George and Elizabeth Thomas Prize for Extension History and the Long Tan Award is Bradley Marsall. Brad is a Tevlin House prefect and SRC member since Year 7. With 5 strong years in cadets, Bradley attained the rank of Warrant Officer Class 1 and Regimental Sergeant Major. Bradley's memorable moment was when he was selected to attend both the New South Wales and national constitutional conventions. He intends on pursuing a career in international relations and law. The award for hospitality goes to Flynn Gordon. Flynn is a member of Conlon House. He has represented the college in rugby, cross country, basketball and track and field since Year 7. In 2017, Flynn was a member of the CAS and CIS track and fields team and the CAS and CIS cross-country teams. Flynn intends to study for a Bachelor of Design in Visual Communications and a Bachelor of Creative Intelligence and Innovation. Flynn's most memorable moments were the Year 10 camp and being part of the 2017 track and field team. The award for industrial technology goes to Mutz Lee. Mutz is a member of Conlon House. He has represented the college in football, water polo and basketball. Mutz spent a large part of this year designing and making a beautiful guitar for his industrial tech major wood project. Mutz intends to take a gap year next year and then study engineering at UTS. Matt's most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp. The award for Marine Studies goes to Grayson Thomas. Grayson is an O'Connor House prefect. He was involved in rugby and strength and conditioning. Grayson has an intended career as a police officer, and his most memorable moment was running onto the field in the double V at the Sanex World Youth Tournament in Japan. His highlight was the Marine Studies tour to Lady Elliot Island. The award for Mathematics Standard Course 1 goes to Max Market. Max is a member of Angel House. Max was involved in a range of activities during his time at Waverley College. This included rugby, AFL, football, lawn bowls and basketball. Max was involved in cadets from Year 8 through to Year 12, where he attained the rank of corporal. Max says his most memorable moment was the 2017 Red Earth immersion to Arnhem Land. Max intends to explore a career in carpentry. The award for Mathematics Standard Course 2 goes to Joseph Lyons. Joseph is a member of Lacey House. During his time at the college, Joey has been involved in rugby, volleyball, basketball, where he captained our seconds team. His most memorable moment was the American basketball tour, where he was on the only team to win a game. The award for Advanced Mathematics goes to Nathaniel Yarrow. Nat is a member of Brennan House. Throughout his time at Waverley College, Nat has been involved in rugby, basketball and track and field. In cadets, he reached the rank of CUO. Nat's most memorable moments are obtaining the rank of CSM of B Company and running out for the second 15. Nat has an intended career in sports business management. The award for Music 1 course goes to Samuel Jago Fisher. Samuel is a member of Quinn House and involved himself in a range of co-curricular activities during his time at the college. These activities included rugby refereeing, and the college swim squad. Sam demonstrated his love for music as a member of the 2019 guitar ensemble and attended the 2018 European Music Tour. This tour was his most memorable moment. Samuel's intended career is as a helicopter pilot. The award for Music 2 goes to Remy Defina Sperando. Remy is a house prefect for Greenhouse and has been heavily involved in music. He has been part of the school band since she's 7. He also participated in football and judo. The award for photography goes to Harry Heinemann. Harry is a member of Quinn House and spent his time at the college heavily involved in football and tennis. He is still unsure of his career path that he'd like to take, but he's looking forward to discovering his passion. Harry's most memorable moment from school was his time spent on Year 10 camp. The award for Sport, Life and Recreation goes to Luca Winch. Luca is a member of Angel House. During his time at Waverley, Luca was involved in basketball, strength and conditioning and rugby, where he captained the CAS undefeated second 15 in 2019. Luca was also a member of the track and field team and was involved in a range of social justice activities over the years. Luca hopes to pursue a career in the entertainment industry and says his most memorable moment was participating in the Sanex World Youth Rugby Tournament in Japan. The recipient of the Bishop Jeffrey F. Main Prize for Studies of Religion 1 is Jack Lloyd. Jack is a member of O'Connor House and was an SRC representative in Year 9. Jack was involved in First 11 football, tennis, fitness group and strength and conditioning. He intends to study a Bachelor of Media and Communication and hopes to become a journalist. Jack's memorable moment and highlight was walking onto the pitch for the First 11 football for the first time with his mates. The award for Investigating Science and the award for Visual Arts go to Billy DeLuca. Billy is a Lacey House prefect and spent his time at Waverley involved in a wide variety of pursuits, including being the captain of water polo, a member of our first chess team, playing football and volleyball. Billy's most memorable moment was taking the opportunity to educate the monks at the Nan Tien Temple on the content of the Studies of Religion syllabus. The recipient of the Brother P.A. Conlon Prize for Economics and the Bishop Patrick Doherty Prize for Studies of Religion too is Connor Pilger. Connor is a member of O'Connor House. He was involved in football, basketball, strength and conditioning. Connor is looking to study combined Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Commerce at the University of New South Wales. His memorable moment was coming back from 1-0 down in the final minutes of the second 11 football game to win 2-1. Connor's highlights were the Year 12 retreat and Red Earth immersion to Arnhem Land. The recipient of the W.J. Corbett Award for Best All-Round Sportsman is Alexander Rice. Alexander is a member of Brennan House. He has been involved in athletics, strength and fitness and rugby during his time at Waverley College. In rugby, he gained selection in the New South Wales under-18 team. His most memorable moments have been the rugby tour in Japan and playing in the Double V. The recipient of the College Vice Captain Award is Carter Killigrew. Carter is a member of Lacey House and a Vice Captain of the college. He was an SRC member in years 8, 10 and 11 and the captain of the first 11 football team in 2019. Carter represented the college at CAS football this year. He has also played water polo from year 7 and played in our first teams from years 10 to 12. A regular member of our cadet unit, Carter attained the rank of CUO. His most memorable moment was spending every lunchtime with his best mates down at Lower Rec. Another recipient of the College Vice Captain Award is Thomas Yeager. Thomas is a member of Angel House and Vice Captain of the college. Thomas was a member of the SRC from the years 7 through to year 11. Thomas represented the college in basketball, strength and conditioning, as well as rugby, where he was a member of the first 15 team in 2019. Thomas was also heavily involved in the track and field team from 2014 to 19 and was team captain in 2019. In music, Thomas was a member of the choir, the Cantar Ensemble and the European Music Tour. He was also involved in Timor-Leste immersions in 2018. Thomas hopes to have a career in business, teaching and rugby. His most memorable moment was defeating Cranbrook in his final game at Queen's Park in 2019. The recipient of the College Vice Captain Award and the Award for Food Technology is Joshua Gleeson. Joshua is a member of Brennan House and a Vice Captain of the college. During his time at Waverley, Joshua has been involved in football and basketball. In music, he has been a member of the brass ensemble, choir and senior concert band. As a member of cadets, he achieved the rank of CUO and was awarded the Major FS Farrell Trophy. Joshua has an intended career in physiotherapy. His memorable moment was receiving the Academic Award for Spanish in Year 8. The recipient of the Archbishop's Award is William Durkin. Will is an O'Connor House prefect and was a member of the SRC in years 9, 10 and 11. He was involved in AFL Firsts 18, first tennis and rugby. Will intends on studying civil engineering at UTS and his memorable moment was beating Riverview in the AFL First 18 to win the Independent Schools Premiership. His highlight was the Red Earth immersion in 2017. The recipient of the Max Coleman Memorial Award for Prefects of the Sodality is Angus McPherson. Angus is a Tevlin prefect and was heavily involved since Year 7 in the concert, jazz and cadet bands. Angus also was a member of the musical cast for High School Musical, Guys and Dolls and the 2015 European Music Tour. Angus was a member of the Red Earth and Timor-Leste immersions, with his memorable moment the 2-day homestay in the Relico Craig Village with the Timor-Leste families. Angus also attained the rank of CUO as a company commander in cadets and intends on becoming an occupational therapist or paramedic. The recipient of the Old Boys Union Edmund Rice Award for Leadership of Social Justice is Oliver Tamsett. Oliver is a Tevlin House prefect and was vice captain of track and field this year. A highlight for him was representing Waverley in CAS championships. His memorable moment was being a part of the fantastic European football tour in 2016, visiting Germany, Spain and England. Oliver played basketball and had 2 years playing first 11 football and intends on studying project management at Sydney University. The recipient of the Reuben F. Scarf Award for Involvement is Thomas Carey. Thomas is a Lacey House prefect. He participated in the senior concert band, brass ensembles, football and cycling. Thomas's most memorable moment was initiating the world's greatest shave in 2016 and fostering its growth across the senior and junior campuses. Thomas's highlights include being nominated and receiving the John Lincoln Youth Services Community Award in 2018 and attending the first Red Earth immersion to Arnhem Land in 2017. The recipient of the Waverley Council Award for General Proficiency is William Davison. William is a member of Brennan House and House Prefect. During his time at Waverley College, he has been involved in rugby AFL, water polo, track and field and swim squad, in which he was the co-captain of swimming. William's memorable moments are the Red Earth immersion to Arnhem Land and being co-captain of the CAS swim team. He has an intended career in mechatronic engineering. The recipient of the Caltex All-Rounder Award and College Captain Award is Harry Whittaker. Harry has been a Tevlin SRC member since Year 7. Harry captained both the Waverley and CAS First AFL teams this year. He played in both First AFL and cricket for 3 seasons. He also toured New Zealand with cricket. Harry enjoyed the Red Earth and Timor-Leste immersions. He intends to study law at university. Harry's most memorable moments include the elation when beating Knox by 1 run in his debut match at Queen's Park in the first cricket and winning the undefeated AFL Premiership with his mates. The recipient of the College Vice Captain Award, the Ray Aston Memorial Prize for Biology, and the JJ O'Brien Award for Leadership, Study and Involvement is Oliver Roos. Oliver is a member of Conlon House. He is a college vice captain, captain of music and captain of the First 4 tennis. Oliver was also on the SRC in years 9, 10 and 11. He has represented the college in tennis and cricket. He was a member of the first cricket team in year 11 and 12 and went on the cricket tour in 2017. Oliver has also represented Waverley since year 9 in track and field. Oliver has been involved in both the senior jazz and concert bands, the college choir and the saxophone ensemble. In 2019, Oliver went on the immersion to Timor-Leste. He has achieved both Duke of Edinburgh Bronze and Gold awards. Next year, Oliver intends to take a gap year working in a school in England. He then intends to study for a Bachelor of Exercise Science and Rehabilitation. Oliver's most memorable moment was singing the song in the change rooms after making his debut in the first 11 cricket and beating Knox at Queen's Park. Knox were 6 for 219, needing 226 to win. Waverley took 4 for 5 to beat them by 2 runs. Can we congratulate those boys for their prizes, please? The recipient of the PDH GHR Award, the Brother P. Oakley Prize for PDHPE, and third in overall academic performance is Lachlan Manisterowski. Lachlan is a Conlon House prefect and was a member of the SRC in Year 11. Lachlan has represented the college in cricket, strength and conditioning and football. This year, Lachlan was also captain of the second 11 football team. Lachlan's most memorable moments were the 2016 football tour, English incursions to the library, and Mr. Hillman's maths classes over the past 6 years. Lachlan intends to study for a Masters of Physiotherapy. The recipient of the Award for English Extension 2, the Barry MacDonald Prize for Legal Studies, the Award for Modern History, and second in overall academic performance is Marco Emery. Marco is a member of Brennan House. He has been involved in debating, tennis, table tennis and football during his time at the college. Marco has an intended career in law, and his memorable moment at the college was the Year 10 camp. So it is with great honour that I announce the recipient of the M. O'Halloran Prize for Chemistry, the Abram Lander Prize for Advanced English, the Alice and Mildred Thomas Prize for English Extension 1, the Award for Mathematics Extension 1, the Judge Thomas Prize for Mathematics Extension 2, Brother F.S. Farrell Prize for Physics, and the Brother L.B. Tevlin Memorial Prize for Dux of the College, Luke Harris. Luke is an O'Connor House prefect and was a member of the SRC in years 8, 9, 10 and 11. Luke was involved in rugby refereeing, water polo and fitness group. He received Duke of Edinburgh Gold Awards this year. Luke intends to study mathematics at university and would ultimately like to become a maths teacher. Luke's most memorable moment was the Year 10 camp, and the highlight has been the Red Earth immersion in 2017. So can we please congratulate our entire cohort for 2019.
Thanks, Miss Watson. Almost there. Strong roots to Island boys from Waterford, Blessed Edmund Rice. So in a moment I'm going to ask you to stand for one last time. Soak up the atmosphere as the rest of the college will sing to you an Irish blessing. Could you please be upstanding? Year 12 only.
Sunshine warm upon your face, may the
Let's get into the choir, please. Thank you for leading us. Another famous departing song is All Lang Syne. As for the final time, our Year 12 cohort proudly leave the quadrangle. The gentlemen's to my right and left, moving down. As we do in every year, we keep the applause to the last boy leaves the centenary quad as we wish Year 12 for 2019 All Lang Syne. Thank you, choir. Could I invite the parents to follow the boys out? The rest of the school could be seated, please. Clean up all the chairs and things. Why don't we do it now and have do you want to run it? Do you want to run it? Because you know where everyone's going to go. All right.